All right, here we go. You ready? Oh, where did she leave? Where did she? She went to the bathroom. Psych. There's one from Vinyl. It's Journey on Minnesota's classic rock, KQ92. Zepp with some woman invading my studio. Terri Traen, welcome to the afternoons.
Hi, this is amazing. I'm nervous and terrified.
Okay, so this is really surreal and freaky because we're starting our first show together, and Prince,
I know,
at 57 years of age, has died. I mean, this is our first break together, a brand new show. But I want to bring our guest on because he's just jumping on a plane to come here. Mike Tobin, Fox News reporter. Mike, welcome to, we don't even have a name for it yet, but thanks for joining us here at KQ92 in Minneapolis.
Well, it's great to be on your show. So too bad it's on such a sad occasion.
Yeah, like I said, how very odd that we're starting the show and we've had about, a lot of fun putting it together, and then you throw it all out the window, just like I'm sure you weren't getting on a plane to Minneapolis this afternoon.
No, but that's how it goes. If I wanted to work in a bank, I'm sure they're hiring.
Yeah, sure, right? I'll see you there. So, Mike, tell us what you know so far. We didn't get a lot of details, and I'm sure we won't know cause of death and all of that for some time, but what you know about Prince dying today.
Well, no, and I think the biggest nugget that you got out of the Carver County Sheriff's Department is that he was found in the elevator of the Paisley Park studio compound. And unfortunately, I think what that's going to lead to is a lot of speculation that really is good fodder for the rumor mill. And in this day and age of social media, you get what's called circular reporting, where someone will pick something off the web, and then another reporter will hear another reporter say it, and suddenly it just spins until it becomes fact. And I think we're going to chase a few wild geese before this is over. So I think as you start to digest the information from the story, you really got to look at your sources. And I think if it doesn't come from that Midwestern medical examiner, or it doesn't come from the Carver County Sheriff, you ought to be skeptical of any information you're getting on this story.
Yeah, I've already heard some wild accusations. Mike, I think part of that is Prince was a very reclusive musician, a celebrity, and people that are that reclusive, don't do a lot of interviews, are really kind of easy to speculate about.
Do you know who found him, Mike?
No, I don't know that, but obviously someone did, and it looks like they made an effort to revive him. There was about a 15-minute period from the time in which he was found till CPR was done, but they pretty quickly determined that CPR was futile.
And of course, he had a recent health scare here while he was out on tour. And then I think it was just last week, he popped back up in Paisley Park and did a little show in the evening to let his fans know that he was okay. And you thought, oh, okay. And then here we are a week later at 57 years of age, Prince is dead.
Yeah, crazy.
And by all appearances, he was very fit. If you saw anything that did on stage, he was remarkable. And so it's going to lead to a lot of speculation, but people do die from the flu. You have about 30 people a year who die from the flu. Even healthy people.
What are you expecting when you get here? I mean, obviously you're going right out to Paisley Park. I saw a photograph out there earlier from one of our listeners, and all of the television towers are, out there stuck up in the air. What are you expecting when you get here? How do you approach and cover something like this?
Well, first you go to the location and you try to find out what's going on. But I imagine what we'll see a memorial forming out there, and a lot of people who are just showing up without a particular goal, just trying to find some common theme and common mourning, and be around people who feel the same way.
Are you going to
pour their emotions out?
Will you be here all weekend then?
Yeah, we'll see. When we start something like this, you never really know when it's going to end.
Right.
When do you think on Fox News they're going to toss it to you tonight?
Well, it's as soon as I get there.
Yeah, right.
That's the hard part.
You don't have any sense of what time that is, so you can turn on the TV and go, look, kids, I talked to that cat. I'm somebody.
Probably Bill O'Reilly, huh?
Yeah, I think, O'Reilly, he pre-tapes, so I'll definitely make it by Sean's show, and hopefully I can make it on the air for Megan's show. Mike,
go get on your plane. Have a safe trip to Minneapolis. We'll be watching on Fox News. Thanks for taking some time today. I know it's a busy one.
Well, thanks, and I appreciate it, and I'm sorry it's such a sad time, but it's kind of a special time to know that someone was such a great contributor.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking to a lot of listeners. Of course, we're here in the backyard, and a lot of memories here in the next couple of hours, and some Prince music. So thanks again, Mike. We appreciate the time.
All right, good luck with your show.
Thank you. All right, there you go. That was our first guest.
I know.
On the, what are we calling this? The Zepp train wreck was the best one I've heard so far.
I think so, too.
And I think it's going to be fitting. I think we can live up to Zepp train wreck.
Lisa Miller just said to me in the bathroom.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
It wasn't a joke. You don't have to get the crickets yet.
I had to get one out of the way.
She said, people aren't expecting genius. It's Terri and Zepp.
Yeah, right, exactly. Lower the bar, please. Here's what we've got, Terri. Tony Fly had a professional and somewhat personal relationship with Prince over the years, and we talked to him for a couple of minutes talking about pre-taping. We're going to do that a little bit later in this hour. We spent a few minutes, and he had a real cool story about a face-to-face being summoned in and yelled out by Prince. So we're going to do that a little bit later on in the hour. Are you familiar with this play 2 in a row and go to the show Paul McCartney thing we do?
No.
On Wednesdays and Thursdays for the rest of the month of April, we give away Paul McCartney tickets when you hear a Paul McCartney song. Could be the Beatles, could be Wings, one of his solo tunes. When you hear them back to back, you call on that second song on the request line, and then whatever number I feel like randomly picking, that person wins Paul McCartney tickets. We're going to do that before we get out of here at 7. Is it already 7?
It feels like it.
I think that's it. You can go home, Terri. We're good. Sorry, I had your microphone off.
Traffic?
Wait a second.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Damn it. Do over.
Is this traffic music? What is this?
I don't know. What? This is the traffic music.
Oh, okay. It's not what we had before. Okay.
No, we've got something different. For the last 3 years and afternoons, I can tell you were a big fan of mine. Thank you for listening every afternoon.
I should have done a dry run. I should have had that martini lunch.
We've been doing a dry run for the last 27 years, Terri.
Yes, we have. This update brought to you by 651 Carpets.
Sorry.
Knock it off. All right, let's see here. There's accidents everywhere. A stall on 61 northbound. A crash on 494 westbound at 12th Avenue has left lane blocked. I don't mean to laugh at these accidents. Crash on 35E northbound at County Road E, the left lane blocked. And also crash on 94 eastbound at Dale Street, the left shoulder blocked. And traffic around Paisley Park is crazy on Highway 5 there out in Chanhassen. Their cops are out directing traffic right now. Stretch your tax return with 651 Carpets Super Tax Return Sale. Beautiful granite countertops, just $35 a square foot on any color in stock, and $500 off your order. 651 Carpets, that's their name, number, and you guessed it, online, 651carpets.com.
Somewhere there's a program director freaking out, man. Your weather from villagechev.com. Tonight we've got some showers early, 42 the low temp. Tomorrow, check it out, sunny and 63. That's how you get a weekend started. It's 64 right now. And from Vinyl, the Cars on KQ. Well, it's a Zepp train wreck in the afternoon. That's what I'm going with today anyway. Terri, I keep forgetting to turn on your microphone. That's going to happen for about a year, I think. But listen,
I don't care.
I want the request lines are absolutely blinking like mom's old Christmas tree. So
thank you.
Now we can't put callers on. We're just having some technical difficulties. But thank you for your calls and your well wishes. We're going to try and answer as many as we can. And Terri.
Yeah, and coming up in about 10 minutes, we have an interview with Tony Fly and his thoughts on Prince, and it's really compelling. That's my...
Oops. There you go, from Vinyl, Bad Company on Minnesota's Classic Rock, KQ92, 538 with Terri Traen. Oh, I never get the bumps on the end. Ray Ark's so good about that. But
yeah, me too. I always wait for that.
Yeah, I never get those. So,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. We are really just juggling here. So we came in and we thought, we're going to do all this stuff. And I had all this pre-recorded. I'm like, yeah, it's really going to rock. And then Prince died. And we're like, well, I know. That is, it's weird because there's so much excitement, in me right now. I mean, I'm so jazzed right now to be working with you in the afternoon. It's our first show.
Thank you.
But but it really is a big deal that Prince died at 57.
I know.
That's kind of big. So we're going to talk. Tony Fly down the hall came down because this is a guy that's been covering Prince for 30 years. And I knew he'd have some good stories, and he had a great story we're going to share with you after the break. We'll play a Prince tune and shoot you a couple of Prince facts. And then as we roll into the 6 o'clock hour, we're going to try and get back to business as usual. You're still listening for 2 in a row to go to the McCartney show. But you've been grabbing some phones.
Yeah,
and thank you for your patience on the phone. So
we can't even believe it.
No, I can't record them today and play them back. So, but we'll have all that worked out here in the next couple of years.
Right. And Zepp called me well, we've been back and forth on the phone planning the show, and he's like, okay, so we'll go over these stories, and then you decide on that one.
Yeah.
And we did none of that. We forgot.
No.
It's like, the stories, where are they?
We started drinking it, too. And I shut off my Echo, finally. I'm operating without DJ Echo. I feel like I'm naked. And I only am from the waist down. That's the weird thing.
And I don't even mind. But I've been answering phones.
Oh, wait, that was an accident. Damn it.
Your calls on the phones are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm getting texts and stuff from people. And Aberdeen, South Dakota tuned into KQ this afternoon, which is, Zepp's hometown. He's tearing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see there. And also, Coburn's driver called in, Mick, and St. Paul callers, Woodbury. Somebody said play Stuck in the Middle with You, Steelers Wheel for traffic.
Okay.
I don't know. It was funny when he told me. It just wasn't funny when I repeated
Right.
it. Also, Woodbury, Noka, a lot of great callers. So thank you.
One of our clients suggested the Gilligan's Island theme for our Castaways. No? I know. I
Don't
promised
go
you
there.
I wasn't. All right, not going to go there.
Nope.
All right, so we've got some things planned, and we might even actually do them. But right now,
We have jokes coming up, too.
we thought we talked about this.
One. We have one joke.
Just like pulling a tooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tony, you've been a part of the music scene in the Twin Cities for a very long time, and we wanted to get your perspective on Prince.
Well, we lost we lost a musical genius, but here in the Twin Cities, here in Minnesota, it's like we lost a family member.
Yeah.
For however you felt about Prince, everybody has that story. I bought his first album out of the back of his car parked outside of the Pacific Club.
I'll never forget walking with a gal in downtown. I think it was the old Schmidt Music, and we saw the purple motorcycle parked there, and she freaked out. There was a crowd of people around it hoping that he would, come out and get on the bike. And back in those days, she wanted a picture. She lived in South Minneapolis.
Yeah.
She said, we have to go home and get my camera. I'm like, what? He's not even going to be here.
No, his bike. That was important enough.
Yeah. And I looked at it, and it was a Honda CB400. I'm trying to impress this young gal who's going gaga over Prince's motorcycle. And I said, I've got a CB650. It's actually bigger than Prince's bike. And no kidding, she said to me, that's probably all that's bigger. We didn't make it. But I mean, you're right. He was like a family member. I've got old crusty biker guys texting me today going, no way, not Prince.
Yeah, it was definitely, as far as, a personality here in the Twin Cities and in Minnesota in general.
Yeah.
He was our identity.
We lost our celebrity. We had the one. And now
and
he's gone.
he's the one that everyone, like if you have friends from out of town or family from out of town, he's the one they ask about.
Yep.
Did you ever have any experiences with Prince?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called me and yelled at me on behalf of the radio business.
Beautiful.
Because?
One time, he sent his bodyguard to my radio station when I worked at KDWB.
Right.
And his bodyguard had a note saying that the boss wants to see you tonight at Paisley Park.
The boss.
Yeah. He was
Not
the boss.
Bruce Springsteen?
No, he was the boss.
Yeah.
In Minnesota, Prince was the boss.
Yeah.
So I go down to Paisley Park, and Alicia Keys and George Clinton are performing that night.
Wow.
And I didn't get to see much of the show because they ushered me right to the lobby to go wait for Prince. I wait there for about 20 minutes, and out from behind one of the dark corners comes Prince in full body lace from neck to toe. Full body
Kinky.
lace. And he proceeds to yell at me because the airwaves are owned by the people. And why are his airwaves being filled with Puff Daddy? Couldn't understand why anyone would play that garbage on the radio when his music was available.
Wow.
And that kind of confidence is what made me fall in love with Prince the first time I heard his music.
Dude, thanks for running down the hall here and sharing some Prince memories with us.
Thank you very much. It's very nice to see the studio. I've never been in here.
It's our first show, and I've never met you before. So
You guys have a much nicer studio than I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, play your cards right, and we'll
And
be
there's
on your
vinyl.
end.
How long? I haven't seen vinyl in forever. Yeah.
We're old school down here. Thanks, Tony. All right, Zepp train wreck in the afternoon. Terry, who's up? We're getting so many calls. Thank
my
you.
God.
You got to be really patient on the phones.
Yeah. Zepp's long-winded.
We can't afford a producer yet. We're going to put a donation. Well, Terry, we got an engineer in here working. Funny, I get never mind. Anyway, Terry, where are some of the calls coming in from?
Princeton, St. Paul, Anoka, Malacca. Poor Mary from Malacca was up at 3:30 this morning working, and she's still in traffic heading home.
What a sucker. She's got to get herself one of those 5 to 7 p.m. jobs.
She does.
Hey, listen, on a serious note, Prince wrote his first song at age 7. Yeah, that's all right. Prince, this is awkward, I know. Prince wrote his first song at age 7, danced on stage with James Brown when he was 10. I didn't know that. And wrote #1 songs for the Bangles, Shaka Khan, Sheena Easton, and Sinead O'Connor. When Doves Cry, it's Prince on KQ92. I don't know what we're doing right there. We've got about, we're going to play another song or two here, and then we're going to jump in with view stories, and we've got some listener calls that I'm puzzling together. They're coming in so fast and furious because Terri Traen is now in the afternoon from 5 to 7 p.m. I know it's a bit of a mess, but we will get this sucker cleaned up and have even more fun as we move forward here in the future.
I also want to say thank you to Nancy and her daughter Laura. They just brought out balloons to us. I mean, it's our first gift.
I know. I was hoping for beer. Won't you please give to your local food shelves?
Yeah.
Temple of the Dog Hunger Strike. Did you just swear?
No. Bark, bark, bark.
No. All right. It's a Zepp train wreck, and that's what we're just going with for today. I don't know. Hey, Tara, we took a couple of phone calls here. We're kind of getting that sorted out because Zepp train wreck seems to be the operative word this afternoon. But are you having fun?
Oh, my God.
Here's the thing, babe. Is that sexist? No. Here we go. Oh, man, I'm going to take a hit for that one. Here we go, Mr. Train. Anyway, we're going to do the Paul McCartney 2 in a row to go to the show before we get out of here at 7 o'clock. Here, we're going to take some calls.
Hi, Zepp?
Yeah?
Hi, this is Sherry from Glencoe. Will you tell Terry I said hi? She'll know who I am.
She's right here talking to you.
Hi.
Hi, Terry.
Hi.
Remember me?
Yes, of course I do, out in Glencoe.
No, I just got home from work. I'm so glad you're back on the radio. I missed you.
I'm glad to be back. Thank you very much.
Hi, KQ.
Zepp, this is Jeff the Chili Champ.
Jeff the Chili Champ. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. It's so good to hear you guys together.
Thank you, Jeff the Chili Champ.
Terry, I'm so happy to be able to talk to you. I'm so happy you're back. I miss you. I love you. You guys are great together. It's like Reese's peanut butter cups. You're covered in my peanut butter.
Well, that's getting sexy.
No, I feel like crying. Thank you.
I don't get her all emotional. Thanks, Jeff. I might note that you've called in several times here in the afternoon, and never once was it a polite, complimentary phone call. He was always yelling at me, and now suddenly it's Terry.
Yelled at you, you bastard! You just never played my songs for Wendy.
And we're out of time.
And he mentioned peanut butter cups.
Give Wendy a big kiss for me. Hello, KQ.
Terry?
Yes, this is Terry. Yeah, this is Terry.
No, it's Zepp.
No, this is what I sound like when I'm not on the radio. This is Terry. I have got the biggest nutsack you've ever seen.
Lot of processing on that mic.
Yeah, a lot of processing.
Hi, Terry. This is Ron and Donna Lundberg.
Oh,
hi. Oh, you guys are the...
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, sweetie.
Tell him I said hi.
I will do that.
Hello, KQ.
Minnesota Mike from Kenyon. You guys got a great launch for your show.
You think so?
What a day for Minnesota artists.
Yeah.
You started with Bob Dylan's, writing of that Jimi Hendrix song, All Along the Watchtower. Here's one question for you. See if you know it. Do you remember how Prince got his name?
How did Prince get his name?
He was named for the Prince Roger Trio, which was a group led by his father.
I knew his dad was in show business, but I didn't. And I'd heard the Prince Rogers thing before, but I didn't know that.
Mike is kind of a Cliff Clavin with facts, but that was a really good one.
That we're scratching the surface. Well, we'll get to a lot more calls. It's we're just two crazy kids here trying to figure it out as we go. What's going on?
Oh, you can join Ray Eric Saturday night from 11 to 1. Saturday morning from 11 to 1 at the grand opening of Northern Tool and Equipment's White Bear Lake store. They'll have free food and over $5,000 in prize giveaways. 11 to 1 at Northern Tool and Equipment, White Bear Lake with Ray. And then, during Brian Zepp Saturday from 3 to 5. You're such a ham.
Whore is another way to put it.
Such a whore.
Yeah.
St. Paul Harley Davidson for their spring open house. He'll be giving away tickets to an upcoming concert and other KQ prizes to be mentioned later. 3 to 5 at St. Paul Harley.
We have a bunch of KQ pens that are out of ink. I'm going to bring those out there. China, Terry, has a new poster warning young female government workers about dating handsome foreigners. It's like a little pamphlet, really, called forbidden love, dangerous love. That's it. We're going to talk about that in about 20 minutes, and we've got some other stuff to do. Traffic and weather coming in a little bit, and you're listening for 2 in a row to go to the Paul McCartney Show. Wait, what's that?
Jokes.
Yeah, well, we'll probably save jokes till, the end of the summer. All right, Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. It's also the place with national brands like Scott's, Miracle Grow, Ortho, and Roundup, and the local expertise you need to grow the lawn and garden you've always wanted. Stop by Ace's today to stock up on everything you need for the season. Only at Ace, the helpful place. Terri Traen with traffic.
Yes, and before I get to that, we have a lot of callers calling in and a lot of people listening. Up.
Yeah.
Mavericks in Aberdeen, the whole bar is listening. They're cheering as we talk. Party on Gleason Lake in Plymouth, they're listening. Reed and Owen playing baseball in St. Michael. They have the radio cranked up outside. So
beautiful night.
To a gorgeous night.
Oh, wait, it's raining, I think.
I think it's sunny now. Anyway, this update brought to you by 651 Carpets. There is a crash, 394 westbound at Xenia Avenue. It's not having too much of an impact. There is a crash on let's see here. The right lane is blocked on 94 westbound at Highway 252. Also a crash. The left lane is blocked. That one is on 35E northbound at County Road 96. More of a stall, actually, than a crash. And the right shoulder is blocked due to a crash. 62 eastbound, east junction of Highway 212. This report brought to you by 651 Carpets. Stretch that tax return with 651 Carpets Super Tax Return Sale. Save on some of the most popular, beautiful, and softest carpets in the world.
What'd you call me?
Carpets. I'm not going there. Get $500 off your estimate. 651 Carpets. That's their name, number, and you guessed it, online, 651carpets.com.
And KQ weather from VillageChevrolet.com. Some showers just kind of spotty around the metro. That's going to clear out of here. 42 the low tonight. Tomorrow sunny at 63 to kick off your weekend. 62 now. You're listening for 2 in a row to go to the show for Paul McCartney. We're going to pitch it to Loverboy now on KQ92. Hello, KQ92. Why the call?
I'm calling in for Paul McCartney tickets.
That a boy. What's your name?
Rick Malika.
Rick Malika. It's so crazy because every phone line has been ringing since 5 o'clock since the superstar of broadcasting here in the Minnesota, Miss Terri Traen, joined me here in the afternoon.
That's awesome, Terry. Welcome to prime time, right?
Wow, that's the nicest thing Zepp's ever said to me. Of course, he didn't mean a word of it, but thank you. and congratulations. Wow.
Awesome. I'm thrilled.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lindstrom.
Oh, up the big teapot.
Oh, yeah, the teapot capital of the world. That's it.
There's a jail near there somewhere. Hill City or something, Center City?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be bringing that up.
Yeah,
Okay?
no, all right, you're right. That's I know a buddy that had to spend a weekend there once.
You're so laid.
Really?
You're so laid back. I'd be freaking out if I won those tickets. That's really cool.
Oh, I'm excited very much.
It's Lindstrom, those Lindstrom people. And yesterday was 420. He's probably still high.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
What's your name again, man?
It's Rick Malika.
Hey, Rick, hang on. So you're going to Paul McCartney from KQ92.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Are you a Swede or a Norwegian?
No, not even close.
All right, we got Rick all sorted out. 2 in a row, go to the show every Wednesday and Thursday. And I believe we have another Wednesday and Thursday in this month. So we'll pick it up again next week. We still got a big stack of tickets for those shows coming up on May 4th and 5th. And Terri Traen, how you doing over there?
I'm doing great.
This sucker's almost over.
I know.
It's about time to get our brew on. All right, we're going to do one story. I got to do one story here.
Okay.
We're going to do at least one today because it's just been, talk about Helter Skelter. What an appropriate song to play today, but I've had a lot of fun, I think. No, I know I have. And it's the reception. Look, all 6 lines have been ringing.
It's just unbelievable.
Since the moment you walked into the studio in the afternoon. And it's, all right, so here we go.
All right.
This is kind of a sample of perhaps what we'll be doing in the future. We're kind of figuring it out as we go. So China has a new poster warning young female government workers about dating handsome foreigners, which I think is a blast. Titled Dangerous Love, the comic book-like poster tells the story of an attractive young Chinese civil servant named Zhao Li, who meets a red-headed foreigner man at a dinner party and starts a relationship. David then presses her for secret internal documents. Yeah, I bet he does. And then here's where it gets weird, or maybe this is just an example of bad translation from Chinese to English. You hear about that all the time, right, Ter?
Yeah, all the time.
Dangerous Love also warns that foreigners will try to sleep with your sister.
Yes.
Americans will pee on you if he's been drinking.
Well.
Will take your check and buy drugs with it.
A given.
That sounds like a European. Will lock you in the bedroom and make you take pics and send to him in the other room so he can evaluate your outfit before he lets you out and you can leave. Those kooky Chinese. And I didn't even hit my sound effects.
I know. And you,
Terri Traen, it's a work in progress. We know that,
It
right?
is, but-
I hope the listeners know that. And I hope, here's the thing. We knew today was going to be kind of weird. And then earlier today, we found out that Prince died. And we wanted to do something about that because, it's been an odd couple of hours here. It's just kind of been a blur. But, that's a big deal. Prince dying at 57. So I hope we handled it with some dignity and information. I don't know.
yeah,
but,
the rest of the show had no dignity whatsoever. But the Prince part did.
Right. We did have a couple of calls asking about the 5 o'clock whistle with Albert Collins tomorrow. And you bet your sweet rear we're going to start your weekend with the master of the Telecaster. So that'll be first order of business when we get in here tomorrow afternoon. Terry will come back and say a quick goodbye to everybody.
You have a friend in the jewelry business.
Yeah, grow up, Dad.
Would a friend make you pay retail, though? Come on, really. Oh, wait, I've got something here to read, Terry, before we get to this. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware. I want to sing that, folks. It's also the place with national brands like Scott's, Miracle Grow, Ortho, and Roundup, and the local expertise you need to grow the lawn and garden you've always wanted. Stop by Ace today to stock up on everything you need for the season, only at Ace, the helpful place. All right, you know how it is, fellas. If you want to sleep in the big bed tonight, you've got to give the lady what she wants, and Terri Traen has been dying to tell you a joke, and frankly, I kind of want to hear it. I'll be honest with you. I'm excited. Terri Traen's first official joke on the Zepp train wreck.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. We're not using those anymore.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready. Hit me.
Did you hear about the first death caused by an overdose of Viagra?
I did not.
The guy took 10 pills and his wife died.
It was worth it just to hit the sound effect.
Where's the laugh track?
I haven't loaded one yet. I figure it'll be a couple of weeks before we'll need the laugh track. Terri Traen, that was a blur. That was a good time. I hope somebody listened to it out there. I've never seen the phones go so crazy. You're very loved, and it's very cool to be working with you, darling.
Oh, my God. It's really, what a blast. Thank you so much. I into all the callers and all the listeners and sponsors and just everybody. Thank you.
We're going to get this in small town. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks, Terry. Small town Minnesota news tomorrow. Some cheap, trashy showbiz stuff, probably.
Yep.
And the